What's going on? I got here as fast as I could.
We have intel that Red Letter Media is constructing a super video with the power to wipe out entire channels.
Oh my god, who told you that?
Some guy. But he heard it from an RLM defector who heard it from an RLM intern who's working on the video. Rumor is he's taking the information to the critical drinker, so we need to get in contact with him.
How? We don't know him.
No, but Jenny Nicholson does.
Who told you that?
I don't know. People, shut up.
So what you're saying is...
I find all of this information credible, and we need to contact Jenny Nicholson immediately. And if any of that didn't make sense to you, you're gonna hate Rouge One. It's the first movie, they could just call it Rogue. Ah! A planet! Which we are now leaving.
They've gone plaid.
Search the house!
Search in the house!
We didn't find shit, sir. Almost looks like one of those searching sticks that you used to find water.
Cambot! Is it robot roll call time?
Tesla's in the house.
So is Jeffrey Epstein, apparently. Butterfly 1, landing now. The Lord of the Rings had less walking than this.
I used to be in James Bond, Casino Royale.
I love you, Stardust.
We now learn that Galen Urso is a big Bowie fan as he calls his daughter Stardust.
Actually wanted a shark tooth, but thanks.
I have trouble remembering even simple things.
Like when this franchise was good. This is where the well-actually guys say, asteroids aren't that close together.
If I could count how many times I've woken up in an octopus face when was next to me. 3 times.
Is this what I joined the Stormtroopers for? I had dreams, damn it.
So, you single, or...?
You are being rescued. Please do not resist.
What is resistance? Say it! If you can't find love on Yavin, then what's Yavin for?
So we've been on 4 planets in the span of... It's white on white crime. Hate to see it.
Watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a Jedi moon.
We're off to see the wizard.
Somehow we wound up in Fury Road.
Possession of unsanctioned weapons, forgery of imperial documents, aggravated assault, escape from custody, resisting arrest.
Forgot to reset the microwave after you took your food out, left the car seat pressed right up against the steering wheel, flushed a tampon down the toilet.
Parked in a handicap spot.
When was the last time you were in contact with your father?
Well, he said he was getting cigarettes.
What does this have to do with my father?
We drew straws on who would tell you, but we can't remember who got the short one.
And if I do it,
We'll make sure you go free.
The Rebel Alliance having great political sway with the Galactic Empire.
Captain Andor.
Did you notice your name is just 2 conjunctions put together?
I'm K2SO.
So C-3PO.
Yeah,
But black.
Black 3PO.
3PO.
I see the Council is sending you with us to Jeddah. That is a bad idea. I think so, and so does Cassian.
Wasn't it Cassian's idea to take her in the first place?
We find so, we find your father.
We find your father, I killed him. Oh shit, I said the quiet part out loud. Okay, now to buy some hair plugs. Okay, so have you ever noticed that every Star Destroyer looks like a Jar Jar Binks head?
There's a butthole on the side of the ship.
Most unfortunate about the security breach on Jeddah, Director Krennic.
Most unfortunate about your uncanny valley face, Grand Moff Tarkin.
This guy does not look like he's human at all. I wonder what happened.
Failure will find you explaining why to a far less patient audience.
I will not fail.
And it was that can-do attitude that took him from production assistant Krennic to director Krennic. I think this is how the whole baby Jessica thing started.
Hello, little girl? Okay, she's not here. Back to base. Puts the space lotion on his skin.
Speaking of Saw, do you want to turn this off and watch Saw?
Sign me up.
Be sure to stick around to the end of this video because we have a big announcement.
Video and VCR and DVD player.
Oh yeah. It's been pointed out that that I have too many remote controls. So the day after that, I got that one, and I just haven't started using it yet.
I haven't even thought about getting you. I mean, I like I have my TV and sound bar and that and the Roku, but my Roku controls my TV and Roku, so I just have the two remotes. But I haven't even thought about. I know my parents have like 7, but my dad has an old Universal remote, and I'm like, boomers, man. They have like
So you just saw this movie for the first time last night, is that correct?
yes, yes. Yesterday I watched it. Yeah, and I there's no words to describe this movie. As a person who, I'm not a comic book guy, as I've indicated in the past, and I'm not a Star Wars person who knows a lot. I know enough to get around the plot, and I still Star Wars 1977, and then is it 80?
80 and then 83.
And then
yeah.
83. Those I've seen. Phantom Menace was 99, 2000.
Yeah.
Never saw Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
And then whatever the one after that was.
Revenge of the Sith.
Never saw that.
Okay.
And then I saw Force Awakens. And then now Rogue One. That is what I've seen.
Yeah.
Everything else is just either I get an ad about it or it's in my feed because I watch movies. They just suggest, here's what Disney Plus has. Here's what's coming out of the theater. Here's some more cash-making possibilities for Disney. But with this movie particularly, I got the plot made sense, and it was so simple, but the way they executed it, the fact that they're switching different locations, and it's confused me because I'm like, there's a moon and then there's a planet, and then this girl who is the I guess she's the protagonist.
I mean, I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Supposed
not
to be.
what,
Yeah.
not the way it was actually executed, though.
Yeah, with her family, and then she's kind of like seeking revenge and all over the place.
it bounces around a lot at the beginning.
Yeah.
Whereas I think that it could have started like maybe even right when she got rescued, and then everything else could have flowed naturally from there.
Yeah, it wasn't organic.
Yeah.
It
was just like we're here, and now we're way over here, and now we're way over here. It's like we're on like 4 or 5 different planets before we're even 10 minutes into the movie. So,
and it's 5 separate movies, it seems like. With each planet, you could have a 2-hour adventure at that planet. But the fact that they keep jumping around, and I don't know what the goal was, but they didn't achieve it, in my opinion.
No, there are characters in this who serve absolutely no narrative purpose.
Like 7 of them.
Yeah, like Bodhi Rook. It's why was he in the movie? They could have accomplished everything they accomplished in this with just Cassian and Jin.
Yeah.
I mean,
those were the two people.
K2SO. I mean, you got to have K2SO.
Cassian said I had to.
It's unnecessary characters.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And it's interesting to hear you say that, since you're watching this. You've watched it for the first time 10 years after it came out, so you weren't watching it in a context where you were disappointed in The Force Awakens. And not really the political context of the time. You're seeing it very much divorced from the time period it came out.
Yes.
So I was really interested in what your opinion would be, seeing it without all that baggage attached.
Yeah, it's a rough watch.
Yeah.
Not the worst movie I've ever seen. I
wouldn't even say it's the worst of Disney Star Wars.
But it's not. It doesn't make sense with just a general movie making skill or editing. It was all over the place and very confusing, and it was hard to keep up, especially for somebody who doesn't know that world or that universe. And it frustrated me.
Well, at the time, like the marketing around it was saying that it was very much like a Star Wars movie for people like you who were not really familiar with the 50 years of lore. It's like you're supposed to be a standalone Star Wars movie, but there's so much in it that somebody who has not followed the lore is not going to understand. Like, do you know what a kyber crystal is?
No, I called it the dragon tooth.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing was just laughable to me. I don't know. And then she was like, use the Force is what her mother said, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so that's the as long as she has that, that's going to help escalate the story. And like you're waiting for it, and it was.
Yeah, not really. I mean,
is it Rogue One 2 that they're gonna do this? Like Rogue 2?
Yeah.
Like why is it Rogue One?
Well, you saw Empire Strikes Back, right?
Yes.
At the very beginning of that, you have that guy who's searching for Han and Luke out in the cold, the tundra of Hoth, and he says, "This is Rogue 2." He's trying to contact Han Solo.
Okay, so
and then Rogue 3 is somebody in the Battle of Hoth who's helping Luke take down the AT-AT.
Yeah.
But it never tells you Rogue One in that movie, who actually is Luke Skywalker, if you know anything about how call signs work. But apparently somebody, maybe Kathleen Kennedy, I don't know, thought, hey, they never mentioned Rogue One in that movie, so let's tell the story of Rogue One.
Yeah.
Which isn't how call signs work at all. They wouldn't have retired the name Rogue One when they created Rogue Squad years later.
Yeah.
I mean...
It seems whenever they introduce a character, like we discussed this off camera, but they introduce a character, and then suddenly, even if that character has that one line, we must have a movie to that character that just has that one line. Like if somebody walks into a hardware store, you got Jim's Hardware, and then you got his wife Sue, and then a customer Keith comes in. Suddenly, Keith says, "Hey, where's your hammers?" And then that's it. That's the end of Keith. Jim has a movie. Sue has a movie. Let's go back to Keith. Maybe he has a story that we can stretch out for.
Why did Keith need the hammer?
Why did he need the hammer? Let's follow his backstory. That is what they're doing with these movies. And it's like unnecessary characters deserve their own series. No.
Completely. It's like there's even a C-3PO comic book. It's a one-off to explain why C-3PO has the red arm in The Force Awakens. And I know that you didn't see Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker, but
I'm not a Daisy Ridley fan, I guess, from her works, but I know of it, and I kind of know some of the plot for each. But yeah, I hadn't seen those movies.
They made a big deal in Force Awakens about C-3PO suddenly having a red arm, and then that's never an important plot point. It's like you don't even know why that is unless you buy the one-off C-3PO comic book.
But that's so intricate and so, I guess you could say so...
specific,
over specific. Like that one fan or 100 fans out of 1,000,000 people, they're just gonna go, "Oh, we'll go to that movie." So you have 100 people that know that movie or that comic book.
Yeah,
that doesn't help your sales. Why are you putting a $200 million budget?
Well, it's because Disney wants people buying the C-3PO with red arm action figure instead of the classic C-3PO one.
Okay, well,
they can make more money that way.
Again, marketing doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So I am curious, what did you think of Galen Erso's plan to sabotage the Death Star?
I mean, it is what it is. Like, again, this was, for me, I tried to pay attention to this movie.
Yeah.
But I really didn't give a shit. Like,
yeah, I hear you. One thing I didn't get into in my Daniel Reviews video,
which you should watch.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Just how many things have to line up just perfectly for that plan to work. Like he needs to know that the Rebel Alliance is going to get word about the Empire building the super weapon.
Yeah.
And he needs to know that they're going to get Jyn Erso to go to Saw Gerrera and help retrieve his information that he sent to Saw. And he also needs to know that the Rebel Alliance is going to believe her, which they have absolutely no reason to do since she's an overgrown juvenile delinquent. And not only believe her, but send her on the mission to retrieve the Death Star plans, because I don't know if you remember this, he named them Stardust.
Yes.
Which was his nickname for her.
For her, yeah.
Like
a quick little blurb, like, "Oh, okay, he called her Stardust. That's probably nothing." No, but this is what it is. It's like, you're a little minute thing that you're supposed to pay attention to.
Exactly. And if they had sent anybody else on that mission, or if Krennic had seen the plans and been like,
"That's an odd name. I'd have called them Chazwazzers."
And they changed the name to Chazwazzers, she would not have figured that out.
No.
And if they had sent anybody else, they wouldn't have known that was Galen Erso's nickname for her.
Exactly.
So they had to have her being the one in that spot looking for the Death Star plans in that big giant claw machine where they keep the plans for things. I don't know. It was fucking
a storage
ridiculous.
unit.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus, we have more advanced technology than that at the time this came out. That doesn't look like some cool futuristic technology.
No, it's baffling to me.
So there's just no way his plan is going to work because every specific thing needs to go exactly the way he intends for
If
it
it
to.
all lines up with the stars, that exact moment, then it'll work. But that's a 1 in a billion shot.
Yeah.
And again, this movie made it. Oh, it's perfection. That's
Yeah, of course, your act of sabotage is to have an exhaust port that's nearly impossible to hit that will destroy the entire Death Star.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, Darth Vader was even saying that the Emperor himself wanted to inspect the plans and make sure there were no weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he wasn't able to do that, why did they ever release the Death Star in the first place?
It's it's a crappy build.
Yeah.
Basically, it has the flaw. They were like, let's make this flawless. Okay, except this.
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna figure this out. Let's just have it run.
In Star Wars, they even established that was a difficult spot to hit, and it was basically an oversight on the Empire's part. I can believe that. I don't really believe that there's one spot that'll take out the entire battle station, but it's in universe logic. I don't mind it so much in that case. But as far as a deliberate act of sabotage, that's a pretty stupid one.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like, we will make this the groin area.
right?
Punch. Oh! Who'd have known that would hurt?
Really, they needed pretty much specifically Luke Skywalker in order to pull that off.
Yeah.
So it was never really a plot hole in the movie, but they're here trying to patch this non-plot hole.
Yeah.
So it's weird, and I don't think it needs to be a deliberate act of sabotage. Like, you don't need Galen Erso even as a character.
Yeah, he didn't really serve a purpose. It could have been written in a different way, but this movie wasn't meant to be made. It should have been made.
What I understand, and the series Andor kind of gets into this, but what I understand is that Gareth Edwards' original vision for it was a lot like the Ernest Hemingway novel For Whom the Bell Tolls. Which
I've heard of it, but I haven't read or watched anything.
It's about a group of guerrillas during the Spanish Civil War.
Oh, Star Wars.
It's all about...
No.
Ernest Hemingway totally ripped off Star Wars for his novel.
Yeah.
But their plan is to blow up a bridge, and that's what the whole book is about, is getting ready to blow up this bridge. But it gets into like the politics of war and the ideas of authority and loyalty and just all these really deep themes. And that would have been really interesting in a Star Wars movie to see that kind of nuance. And
so that take of sort of like an homage to his book.
Yeah. And the series,
like well written, thought out stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You would think, but
apparently the powers that be didn't want that, so it got very much ruined in editing, and the studio just wanted constant reshoots, and the actors in it never really knew what movie they were even doing, so they had no idea what it was going to look like in the end.
Oh my god!
So it just completely got it got really, in my opinion, dumbed down.
So Andor is the one that's the homage to the book.
Cassian Andor, and I don't know if they were using that book as inspiration. I'm just saying, it was kind of a similar storyline, and I mean it is kind of a similar storyline because they want to take out a bridge. This would be more like if the guerrillas in From the Bell Tolls were getting the schematics for the bridge, and then they were going to let somebody else take out the bridge in another book. But yeah, it was supposed to be kind of a reflection on war and the politics of these guerrilla groups.
Yeah.
Apparently the plan at first was to have one Star Wars movie released every year.
That's insane. Like,
say what you will about the prequels, one thing they did well was they spaced them out. It's like 1999, 2002, and 2005, I think it was.
It's like every 3-4 years. Yeah.
And so they created anticipation for each prequel.
Well, every sequel should be every 2-3 years to give you time to film location, write, casting, editing, all that stuff. That's the flow of a movie and a trilogy, a franchise. Mm-hmm. But not like film once, wait 8 years, wait 10 years, Cameron. It's so annoying to me maybe I'm just the one person in the world that I don't get Avatar. It's not.
I didn't even like the first one.
I fell asleep in the first one. It was 3 hours. And the fact that people still pay to go see a 3-hour film. If I want to pay to go sleep, I'm just gonna go to a hotel room. Like, this is this is insane to me. Like, why wait for? Oh yeah, he did Terminator. He did all those movies.
The Terminator movies, Aliens, and I guess The Abyss is okay, but there's a whole lot of that can be cut out.
The Abyss was longer than it needed to be, but it was well done. It's just very long. But Avatar, I don't get it. I'm gonna die on that hill. It's
Fair
a waste
enough.
of time.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, so I gave this movie a bitch of a time in my review.
He sat through that, and more power to him. The editing, the opinions.
Thank you.
He's the real one. I couldn't do it. It was something to watch, though.
I want to give the defenders of this movie something to hang their hats on. What was good about it to you?
I will say that the computerized CGI or the robots, the costumes, I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, they came out with different characters with different, I guess, eyes down here or hair over here or weird shit. I kind of like that Star Wars keeps up with the let's make this alien look like this. It's an interesting take on here's a language that you've never heard of. So yeah, there's thousands of aliens out there, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it keeps you, oh, so that's what that alien looks like. Kind of fucked up or, kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
So the costumes were good. Acting it is what it is. Locations, as much as they kept switching, coming up with different names and planets, it was cool.
They looked good.
Visually, they know how to make you kind of go, wow.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, the storytelling it's hard.
I liked the music.
Music and score was good.
Yeah. I don't think that John Williams has ever given a bad score. I love Ben Mendelsohn. And as much as I didn't like CGI Tarkin, the guy doing his voice did a good job.
It was hard to watch the CGI guy because I knew, I was like, oh, so he must be, again, this is me not, I don't know a lot of the characters. I was like, oh, so this guy's dead, and they kind of brought him back as a CGI. It was still shifty and AI and
very
weird.
Uncanny Valley. He's the one in the Star Wars 77, as you call it. He's the one who blew up Alderaan.
Okay.
You'll fall to trusting princess.
I figured that was
Darth Vader's boss.
It was a callback to him being there in 77. I'm like, oh yeah, it's this guy, but he's CGI, meaning, oh yeah, this guy's been dead for a while.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't even get a younger version.
The more offensive one to people at the time was the CGI Carrie Fisher at the end, because she had just died.
Oh, that's right. She died 2017?
16, I think it was.
She died after Force
16.
Awakens.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that or seeing that. Yeah. She passed away, and
it's like it would have been more tasteful to get different actors to play those parts.
I guess
just use CGI to change their faces just enough to where they look like the people they're supposed to be playing.
Yeah, as much as I don't like the franchise what it is now, but back then it was the first movie was good. Fast and Furious using Paul Walker's brother as a stand-in and as because they had the same height and build, it makes sense. The Carrie Fisher thing though, that's different obviously because they're not using a stand-in.
Yeah.
Because there was nobody that, I don't know. She has a daughter, right? I don't know if her daughter could stand in and be her.
I don't know. I don't know
her
personal
much.
life.
But yeah, you could have a body double, but it still wouldn't work. So CGI, I guess that's the way to go for that franchise. But it wasn't.
I disagree. I think they could have found an actress in Hollywood.
It wasn't appealing. So I guess. But with Paul Walker, having a body double I guess that works as much as I don't watch the movies anymore.
The scene that everybody loves is the Vader hallway scene. Like every time I said I didn't like this movie, people would say, but what about the Vader hallway scene? Wasn't that awesome? So what did you think of that?
For a split second, it was cool. I'm like, wow, with the red and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
that was a memorable scene.
You see,
they were trying to get fans.
Yeah. My thought on that, even the first time I watched it, I was surrounded by cheering fans. I was watching it after seeing Jin and Cassian, spoiler alert, after seeing Jin and Cassian die on on what was the planet called?
You got
that wasn't
planet number 90.
Yeah,
Whatever.
When they died on the beach.
Yeah.
Like that
Santa
set
Monica.
Yeah,
I mean, they're hell in Arizona, Utah.
that set an emotional tone.
Yeah.
That I thought would have been beautiful to end on. But then the movie just kept going, and it just completely ruined what would have been a great ending for me. And you see Vader up there, then killing the people.
Yeah.
Who, like, interfering with the plan that we just saw two people die for. So that completely killed the emotional tone to me. And I was just like, this feels tasteless, like almost abusive.
I get that, yeah.
And it's like, it would have been so daring for a Star Wars movie to end on a down note, but still kind of an up note because they got the plans to the rebels and they're dying for a cause. I mean, that would have been so great to me, but then it just had to keep going. Yeah, it made me...
People were clapping in the theater.
Yeah, they were clapping and cheering, Vader, Vader, Vader! And I'm just like, come on.
These are the people that applaud a flight landing. They tell the pilot, "Good job." I could see it. I could see both sides. It's not.
It probably would have worked if they.
It should have ended on that somber.
Yeah,
dying on the.
That was
beach.
kind of my thing. Vader didn't need to be in it at all.
No, did they announce that they're gonna do?
I don't think they're doing another movie, but the series Andor is all about Cassian. And
yeah, there you go. Here's a character.
This.
Now let's do this.
Yeah.
For this character.
So there are 2 seasons of that, and apparently the second one's really good. I just watched the first one, and it was, better than the movie.
Okay. If it's then that means it's 4 stars.
Yeah.
You could watch this movie.
I mean, if it's your jam, then I'm not more power to you.
But yeah, as a layman, I didn't like it.
As a fan of like any Star Wars movie, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I just hated the switching out of every scene and confusing people that just were like, what's going on? I can't imagine being in the theater and being like the boyfriend or girlfriend that's like, hey, what did I miss? What's going on? It's like, you've been here with me the whole time. That's how I felt. I was like, what's going on? Somebody tell me.
Yeah, and that is one of the biggest problems is that a lot of what's going on, you need outside knowledge to get it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand why the Empire wants kyber crystals because the movie never explains what those are.
It's the MacGuffin, right?
It kind of.
Sort of.
They're the crystals that power lightsabers. So if you know what they are, then you know why they want them. But yeah, it functions as a MacGuffin, yeah.
But they don't give a reason for why.
Yeah.
They want.
You're expected to know that because they're expecting that you've kept up with the 50 years of lore. So to me, I think a Star Wars story should be one. Again, it should be one that you can understand without. It should be a good entry point for you.
Yeah.
And I'm taking it you did not find this movie to be a good entry point.
It could have been cut up differently and sort of, tweaked.
Yeah.
And leading up to obviously 1977 Star Wars. But it was
instead of just ramming right into
badly executed. Yeah, just ramming into it and then
And I mean that whole thing means nothing to you if you haven't seen 77 Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, whatever. This is a movie, and then you watch it like,
who the fuck is this lady in white?
Yeah, exactly. But enjoy it. Like again, watch it. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know if you want us to do more Star Wars movies. Live long, and may the Force be ever in your favor. Goodbye.
Space Force.
Space Force. So now for the announcement that we've been teasing since, well, really the end of our Batman era.
Yeah, a while.
Yeah. We are launching a Patreon.
Congratulations.
The address is at the bottom of the screen. Please consider supporting us there for exclusive benefits, including behind-the-scenes footage,
gag
reel, and even full riff tracks for some of the movies that we do on here. You just download the riff track and then you sync it to your own copy of the movie.
And happy attempt at comedy, because some of these they aren't easy, but some of you could find it a lot easier to riff. So yeah, we look forward to giving you the joy that we experience through these shitty movies and good movies.
Right? Yeah, we don't shy away from the higher production value stuff. I mean, we riffed It's a Wonderful Life. So
yeah, which is a classic, but yeah.
It is. It's a good movie.
Yeah. But yeah, we have 4 tiers. More details to come, but just go to the Patreon link, search Riff Tannens.
Riff Tannens, yes.
And then you'll see our logo, Back to the Future-esque type logo. Shout out to Robert Zemeckis and his crew, and Bob Gale.
What's Back to the Future?
I don't know.
Systems unfamiliar, equipment we don't know. It's more than we expected. We're not ready for this, yo.